Guess maybe he did. Maybe he took something from Iola's purse, too.
That's what I've been trying to tell you all the time, isn't it? Come on, help me search the rest of this stuff.
I wish we knew what it was he took. If he took anything.
Well, I know how you feel. You hate to call anybody a thief. Well, so do I.
I just didn't expect to find anything of ours here, that's all. I mean, he's kind of a goopy kid. And maybe he pushes girls around, but... Hey!
What is it?
I don't know. Some more tools, I guess.
You know, an older guy hates to go accusing kids of things, but this has been missing since the first day I got here.
You mean they're yours?
A match set like this is worth $50. Of course, I got it wholesale. Well, that does it.
Then I guess Perry really is a thief. Unless... Well, Applegate always calls this the gardener's room, doesn't he? Maybe if there was a gardener here before Perry.
Well, that was years and years ago, I'm afraid. There's nobody here now but the kid.
What are you gonna do? To Perry, I mean.
Well, tell Applegate about it. He's the boss here, isn't he? Come on, there's a phone right outside. You know, Joe, you're a funny kid. First, you're all set, hot on the trail, ready to get somebody, and then you...
He's not so funny. He just knows what the penalty for theft is, that's all.
Huh?
When a kid steals something that's worth as much as that, gets sent to reform school for years, maybe.
Oh, and old Applegate's just the kind of a coot who'd love to put a kid there. Is that what you mean?
Look, couldn't we wait until Perry comes back?
Well, you got a point there. Least we can do is hear a story before old Applegate starts yelling for the police, huh?
Come back here.
Let go of me.
Stop that. What?
Listen.
Back here when you got him, sir. At this time of night.
Please, let go of me.
I will not, you thankless young whippersnapper. You bucolic hobbledehoy. You in help, police. There he is. Police. Somebody help me out of here. Ready? Help. Jeez, Bob. You all right, Mr. Applegate? Yeah. Where is he? Where is he?
Of all the silly stunts. Calling us in to look for a boy in the dark. By now he could be a mile from here and we wouldn't see him.
We'd have heard him leaving the grounds, wouldn't we?
Well, maybe. Any luck yet?
No, there's too many places to hide. Hey, Applegate's afraid the kid might come after him with a weapon.
And that's the boy Applegate was thinking of taking in permanent, too.
Nonsense. Perry never hurt anybody. I called Sanders, the juvenile officer, as soon as I heard my sons were involved with him. And it seems that Perry's just had some tough luck in the past, that's all.
Tough luck? What do you mean, tough luck?
Well, living in the wrong place, wrong friends. Maybe that's why they ask Applegate to help.
Parents don't take enough interest. That's where most of it starts.
Oh, sure, but when all's said and done, a boy can do the right thing if he wants to enough. Might take a little bravery sometimes, like when your friends have a wild idea that you know is wrong.
Perry, can you hear me? Perry, listen. Come on now. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Where are you?
Yeah, but I guess once you've stolen something, then it's different. Then everybody's against you.
Just a minute, son. Perry just thinks everybody's against him, that's all. Then he hides and he gets into deeper trouble every minute.
Come on, kid. Where are you? Sing out.
Well, let's go home, boys.
All right.
Oh, Joe, I know how you feel. It's not so much fun being a detective after all, is it?
Perry, I'm warning you.
Not when you have to feel sorry for somebody all the time.
Come on, let's go home.
I forgot the wire cutters. I'll go back and get them.
Joe, skip it. We don't need them. Joe!
All right, kid. We're gonna beat the brush once more, but you'll be sorry.
Perry? Perry? Perry!
Joe!
Hurry up, Joe.
Joe, come on!
You go on, I'm coming! Perry? Perry! Perry!
Shut up.
Hey, Joe, where are you?
Go! What's the matter with you? That policeman's just getting madder and madder. If you're
Be
gonna...
quiet. Listen, I didn't even know what you guys were talking about in my room. And all those tools, where'd they come from? I never even saw them before.
What? I don't believe you.
I'm not a thief. Honest, I'm not.
Then why'd you jump Iola then?
If you don't trust me, I'll trust you. They'll find this in my pocket anyway. Say I stole it, too.
What is it?
It's what I lost on the sidewalk, and that girl scooped it into her purse. She didn't even know it was there.
This thing?
Only if they find this on me, I'll be in real trouble.
Well, what kind of a thing could...
I'm not sure. I only found it yesterday.
Well, what?
Hey, you behind the bush, come out.
Please, just keep it for me and not say anything. Please, Joe. Here I am.
What's the matter with you, son? There's no need to hide from the policeman. Hey, your dad's been yelling all over for you. What's going on around here?
Nothing.
All right, son. Just go along.
Hurry up, let's see it.
Quiet. It's all dented and there's some kind of funny writing all over it.
Hey, you know what? That's gold. Solid gold.
Next episode, Applegate's Gold.
Gold doubloons and pieces of 8, handed down to Applegate from buccaneers who fought for years for gold doubloons and pieces of 8. Handed down in a pirate's chest, the gold they sailed for east and west, the treasure bright that made men fight, till none were left to bury the chest. So now the gold and pieces of 8 all belong to Applegate. The chest is here, but wait. Now, where are those gold doubloons and pieces of 8, pieces of 8, pieces of 8?
Today's episode in the mystery of the Applegate treasure, Applegate's Gold.
Who asked you?
Oh, son.
Which son?
Go tell him I'll be right there, will you?
Okay, Dad. Well, I guess your detective friends can wait for a couple of eggs.
Well, at least you don't have to drive me to the station. I should have gone back to the city last night.
How could you with all that business of the boys at the Applegates? I don't know what kind of a case in the city is more important than your own family.
No, job's a job. Nothing to steam about.
Dad? What's going to happen to Perry Robinson?
Well, that plumber Jackley's being pretty nice about it. Doesn't want to prefer charges. I suppose he'll stay at Sanders a couple of days while they investigate. But look here. I'm afraid that no matter what happens, the boy will be sent back to the city. Applegate's too steamed up about this to let him stay on. Guilty or not guilty.
Well, if you ask me, Silas Applegate just wants somebody to mow his lawn for nothing.
Well, that's no concern of ours, Gertrude.
A couple of days. That's long enough.
Sure, we got time.
Time for what?
Time to solve the case so Perry won't have to go back to the city.
Now, boys, I told you before, I don't want you getting mixed up in it.
Well, there's whole angles you don't even know about, Dad. This looks like the beginnings of a real mystery.
Oh, dear.
We got a real client and everything.
Client? If you mean Perry Robinson. Now, look, boys. Before I go, I want to know what you're getting into. What kind of a mystery is
Well,
this?
we'd rather not say right now, Dad. I mean, you know, it's not ethical for a detective to tell other people about his case, is it?
Now, son, for gosh sakes.
Job's a job. No reason to get all schemed up about it.
Goodbye, Fenton.
Bye, Dad.
So long.
Goodbye.
Now, boys. Suppose that we just...
Well, we can't tell you either, Aunt Gertrude. Come on, Joe, we gotta get going.
Now, look, if you boys think that you're going someplace where you shouldn't...
You promise you won't tell where we are?
Well, maybe.
The public library.
Hey! I mean, hey. I think I found something. At least there's pictures in this one, and they're money. Let me see it again.
I wish this was as exciting as that movie was. Because then the rustler started to dig under the floor of the cabin and...
There, look. It's a face, isn't it? Man's head.
Yeah, but...
Look. King Ferdinand VII.
Who? Hey, it's the same.
Look. It says, ancient Spanish doubloon.
Doubloon?
Doubloon? Doubloon. Well, well.
I'm sorry you always make so much noise, Miss Snodgrass.
And pieces of 8. Aren't you interested in those, too?
Huh? What do you mean?
15 men on a dead man's chest. Oh, yes, indeedy. That's what a doubloon is. Pirate gold.
Oh, well, we were just leaving, Miss Snodgrass.
Now, don't let me interfere. I just heard you over here looking up doubloons, and I must say I think it's wonderful.
Huh?
For the Hardy Boys, I mean. Such a welcome change from those vulgar mysteries you usually come in to look at. The art of fingerprinting, crime detection. But pirates make such nice reading, don't you think? Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum.
Miss Snodgrass, how much do you think a doubloon would actually be worth today?
Oh, I really couldn't say. A great many dollars, I should think. Why?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Of course, you could ask Mr. Applegate, huh?
Mr. Applegate?
I'm sorry, boys. It just struck me funny. You stay with the encyclopedia. It tells the truth.
What?
Never mind. It's just an old private joke. I guess the Applegate treasure is dead and buried by this time.
Applegate treasure? What's that supposed to be?
Well, you worked for him a few days, and we figured you might know something about it.
Well, look out, you're standing on the snake.
Oh, snake.
It's that thing he's turning, silly.
It's used to clean out pipes. Roots and stuff get stuck in them in these old places. Now, what's this malarkey about a treasure?
Well, it's just an expression we heard.
Oh, you did? Well, of all the guys I ever met who don't have a treasure, Applegate's the most. Pinch-penny little skinflint. Sour apple juice, I call him. Well, this estate don't mean anything. It's just a run-down, unpainted white elephant. Why, he's harder up than I am. Somebody's been kidding you, boys.
Well, thanks anyway, Mr. Jackley.
For what? I didn't tell you anything. But if I was you boys, I'd ask some old-timer. You know, the way I figure it, that Applegate treasure's just a great big local joke. Something that just plain never was.
No such thing? Of course there's no such thing. Silas Applegate hasn't seen any more pirates' gold than I have.
Are you sure, Eddie?
Of course I'm sure.
Then what was the treasure supposed to be?
I really don't see why children should know everything. Unless it has something to do with your mystery case. Well, has it?
Maybe we better find out things for ourselves.
Oh, I'm not going to pry anything out of you. It's just that the Applegates have always claimed that they inherited pirates' gold, that's all. But nobody's ever seen it except them. And why? Because there isn't any such thing, that's all.
That's the phone, Junior.
Don't worry, that's all there is to it.
Hello? Yeah?
I hope you're not too disappointed.
No, I'm just kind of baffled, that's all. Because, Annie, you see, everybody laughs, only...
Only what?
Frank? Frank, come here! Frank, it's him, Perry.
Well, ask him where he got that thing. Everybody starts laughing.
It's the first chance he had to call. He says Mr. Sanders wouldn't even let him out of the house.
Hello, Perry? Tell me quick, has that thing got anything to do with Applegate? Where? Just a minute. Yeah? 3 steps beyond... Yeah, go on.
And a few inches down in the dirt, I was just starting to dig up some weeds, and there it was. Then old Applegate came snooping outside. I never had another chance before I got in trouble over there.
Well, we're gonna look some more, because who cares what anybody else thinks? If we know there's at least one real doubloon...
Doubloon? Is that really what it is? Wow. Listen, wait. Don't go looking in the daytime. He'll catch you.
Look, we're gonna wait until nighttime. We're not gonna get caught. I mean, we wouldn't get caught dead getting in any trouble.
See any old sprinkler faucet around here?
Be quiet. Must be around the corner. Come on.
Tomorrow's episode, dig for treasure.
Gold doubloons and pieces of 8 handed down to Applegate from buccaneers who fought for years for gold doubloons and pieces of 8 handed down in a pirate's chest, the gold they sailed for east and west, the treasure bright that made men fight till none were left to bury the chest. So now the gold and pieces of 8 all belong to Applegate. The chest is here, but wait. Now, where are those gold doubloons and pieces of 8, pieces of 8, pieces of 8?
Today's episode in the mystery of the Applegate treasure, dig for treasure.
Oh my gosh.
Hello?
May I please speak to Mr. Joe Hardy?
Iola Morton, what are you doing out of bed? It's after 10 o'clock.
Couldn't I please speak to Joe or Frank?
Oh, for heaven's sakes. The boys have been in bed for over an hour.
Maybe they're still awake. And it's summertime, isn't it? I mean, if nobody has to get up early. Couldn't you just look and see if they're awake?
Well, all right. Hold on. Oh, dear. Where are they?
I don't know. I mean, I just wanted to speak.
You know very well you do, young lady. They sneaked out and I didn't even hear them.
But I don't have anything to do with it. Honest, I don't. I called and they wouldn't answer me.
What?
From my window. They were slinking along the sidewalk and they were carrying a shovel.
Iola, it wasn't very nice of you to tattle on them like that. But I'm glad you did. Good night.
Hit a rock, that's all. Give me the flashlight again. We're crazy.
Yeah. Perry found his doubloon just a couple inches under the dirt.
Here we are halfway to China already.
3 steps past the water faucet. About 1.5 feet from the hawthorn bush and 3 feet out from the house, he said.
We're in the right place, all right. There's just nothing here, that's all.
You think Aunt Gertrude's found out we're not in our beds yet?
You think of the nuttiest things?
Well, I didn't say there was more buried treasure. Hey, cut it out.
Come on, help me get this filled in. We're not gonna find anything more here tonight.
Well, you don't have to get sore at me for it.
Who said I was? It's only an owl, stupid.
wonder which room he sleeps in.
Oh, Applegate? Who cares? Not up there in that tower, I'll bet, anyhow.
Perry said Mr. Applegate always goes to bed early. I sure hope he's right.
Listen, will you help me get this hole filled in? We're going home.
Yeah, I guess it was a crazy idea. Trying to find more doubloons.
Well, at least we know more about it now.
More about what?
The mystery. I mean, if Perry only found one doubloon, and we're sure there aren't any more, at least here, well, what have we proved?
What do you say we talk about it at home?
No, wait. Here it was a few inches under and sort of rusty looking. So when was it dropped here?
Oh, a long time ago. A few years ago, at least. That's full enough. Come on, let's go.
And how do I know it was dropped here? Because nobody put it here on purpose, that's all. That's what we proved when we didn't find any more doubloons. Maybe you're right. I guess we could figure it out just as well in bed, huh? Come on, let's go. Hey, Joe, let's go this way. It's faster. Stay close to the house and keep under the window. Uh-oh. What's the matter?
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne? Oh, no.
About a foot and a half from the hawthorn bush, and 3 paces out from the wall, he said. But he didn't say there were 2 bushes.
Take it easy. Maybe there's no water faucet here.
Well, we can't go digging a whole new place up.
No? We dug right where Perry told us, all right. I don't think we made any mistakes, only...
Frank?
Shh. Want to get a shot at her or something?
Well, what's the matter? What happened? Hey, another hole. Frank? Somebody else has been digging.
Be quiet. We're right in front of a window. Careful, he might even be in there.
That's all right.
Hey, look.
Holy smoke.
This whole side of the house has been dug up.
Hey, remember that snake thing at Mr. Jackley's? Well, maybe he's just been cleaning out water pipes along here.
Yeah. Take an awful big snake to make that hole.
Maybe somebody else has been digging for treasure, too.
Yeah, well, it's not Mr. Jackley, I'm afraid.
Huh?
Footprints, see? They're all the same size. The same guy. Only they're just too little for anybody the size of Jackley.
Too big to be a kid. Frank!
Look out! Oh, it's you two, is it?
Please, we didn't do anything.
Let go!
Up!
Just what do you think you're doing here? Last night it was that thieving Perry. Tonight it's you two snooping young Hardys.
We didn't do anything wrong. Please, sir. We were just looking for buried treasure, that's all.
Buried treasure? Huh? What's that?
Well, we didn't find any of your doubloons or... well, or anything.
My doubloons? My doubloons? My doubloons.
Of course, we wouldn't take any if we did find them.
Take any of them? I should hope not. If you did, you'd get this and this and this. But you wouldn't. You wouldn't take an old man's gold coins. Wouldn't take them.
Oh, no, sir.
Oh, of course not. I mean...
And never mind. I just hope I didn't frighten you, that's all.
What?
You actually believe in my treasure, don't you? Actually believe it. Very well. Come inside, then. Come on. Come on. This will be a pleasure. Well, don't hang back. Come on. Come on. My doubloon. My doubloon. What a fine pirate crew we'd all make together. Did you ever handle a cutlass, boy?
Me? No, sir.
Or a pike? Or a stiletto? Or a knife?
Well, no, sir. Only in Mumbledy-Peg.
Mumbledy-Peg? Do you want to ruin a good vessel's deck?
No, sir.
I should hope not. We'll stow the Mumbledy-Peg aboard this ship.
Yes, sir.
Aye, aye, sir.
Aye, aye, sir.
That's better, matey. Come on. Lively now. Step aboard. Inside. Inside.
Tomorrow's episode, A Pirate's Chest.
Gold doubloons and pieces of 8 handed down to Applegate from buccaneers who fought for years for gold doubloons and pieces of 8 handed down in a pirate's chest, the gold they sailed for east and west, the treasure bright that made men fight till none were left to bury the chest. So now the gold and pieces of 8 all belong to Applegate. The chest is here, but wait. Now, where are those gold doubloons and pieces of 8, pieces of 8, pieces of 8?
Today's episode in the mystery of the Applegate treasure, A Pirate's Chest.
Trespass. Why is it young people have no idea of trespass?
What?
All boys are the same. No respect for property.
Well, we didn't hurt anything digging in your garden.
Doesn't make any difference. It's against the law to go snooping where you're not invited.
We didn't mean to do anything.
In this country, not even a policeman can go snooping on private property. Did you know that? Well, did you? Every man's got a right to his own privacy, we say. And I'd bet you'd be pretty mad if I went and rode your bicycle without asking you, wouldn't you? Well, wouldn't you?
Please, sir. Aren't you afraid you're gonna cut somebody with that?
Mr. Applegate?
Huh?
We're sorry we trespassed. We really are.
We didn't mean to walk on your lawn.
Some people think I'm crazy. But that's a lot of nonsense, of course.
Of course.
Now, before you ask me what trespass was...
That's your phone, isn't it, Mr. Applegate?
Nonsense. Can't be. No one ever phones me at this hour. Yes? Hello? Who is it? Gertrude Hardy?
Aunt Gertrude.
Last night, everybody in the neighborhood was kept awake till all hours. And where were they? At your house. Well, tonight I'm all alone again. And since the boys were asking questions about that ridiculous treasure of yours, They are?
Yes, right here, both of them.
Please, Mr. Applegate.
Nothing to worry about. I'll send them right home. Tell them what?
You tell the boys there's been enough detective foolishness for one night.
These boys aren't foolish. Furthermore, my treasure is not ridiculous.
What?
What's more, I invited your nephews over here. Yes, and asked them not to tell you about it either. So if you think anyone deserves punishment, you speak to me first.
Silas, I don't for 1 minute believe...
And don't argue. Good night.
Why, he's never invited any boys inside that house in his life.
Boy, you sure told her.
How come you lied like that for us?
Huh?
And how come all of a sudden you were so nice to us outside?
But I've already told you. Because you believe in my doubloons, in the Applegate treasure. You do believe them, don't you?
Well, we don't really know much about any treasure, Mr. Applegate.
Of course you don't. Because there's no one to tell you the truth but me. Is there? Come over here. I'll show you. Look. Colonel Nathaniel Applegate, my great-grandfather. He was the one.
He was?
One what?
The one who got the gold, of course, from the pirates. He fought with Andrew Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans.
Where?
New Orleans. The War of 1812. Good heavens, what's the matter with children these days? Haven't you learned yet there's more excitement to be found in one page of real history than there is in a dozen of those comic books? Why, when I was your age...
You mean he got the gold?
Huh? Oh, yes. His fair and square. In payment for damages by Lafitte.
Who?
Jean Lafitte, the pirate, of course. See that? That actually belonged to Lafitte. Or great-grandfather claimed it did. Imagine that. A real pirate's dagger.
Wow.
Of course, I prefer the cutlass myself. For prowlers, that is. Anyway, boys, Lafitte's men burned down part of the family plantation one night. And that honest pirate paid old Nathaniel 3,000 gold doubloons. They were right there in that chest. That's the way they were delivered, and that's the way great-grandfather always wanted them kept.
Gee.
At $30 or $40 apiece, you can imagine what they're worth today.
Can we look?
Son, since Lafitte gave the doubloons to Nathaniel Applegate, no one but a member